Saint Francis de Sales says, "Love the poor and love poverty, for it is by such love that you truly become poor." Today, the theme for our reflection is "Be considerate towards the poor and needy." St. James, through his letter, chapter 2, verses 1 to 6, invites us to examine our conscience and see whether we are considerate towards the poor and needy, or do we show favoritism or partiality. We may like some people because we see some of our expectations and likings in them. Good look, good humor, intelligence, sweet voice, skills in sports and arts, and behave according to our likings. St. James reminds us that all these are good, but if our preference ends there, then we are not living as God requires of us. We prefer persons because of our love for Jesus Christ. We must not stop at the exterior, but the life of God hidden deep within the person or the persons must be our criteria of preference. Saint Teresa of Child Jesus was able to tolerate with a nun who was very irritable, rather neurotic, because she was drawn to goodness, for she believed that God had declared the soul good in his work of creation. Saint Therese was aware that she herself was receiving a gift by her closeness to the soul, and she was fascinated by her. Today, the suffering Jesus invites us to console him by being considerate towards the poor and needy. We all have our poor, not only poor financially, but poor in knowledge, poor in skills, poor in good look, poor in taste, poor in social skills, poor in common sense, poor in reputation, poor in esteem that has lost in our eyes. How do we treat these dwelling places of God, rather sanctuaries of God? Let's examine and see, why do I prefer one person to another, rich to the poor? Is that because of their external appearance, or because I find God in the person I prefer? Many a times, those who are poor in our sight may be poor in external qualities, but rich in faith and love of God. So, dear friends, let's prefer our neighbor because, in spite of appearances, he or she is a dwelling place of God, and God's image is imprinted in his or her soul. Amen.